Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Saturday, May 14th, 2016. We have a combination of authorized and unauthorized presences, again, in the Lynn-Life and the Jamie Body Mind.
That's true.
We're going to go with the foundational assignment, which is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions to manifest the divine plan. The data clearly showing our specific assignments are to upgrade the standards of integrity to that which will actually work to manifest the divine plan. And the immediate components of that being to re-establish the access into the smaller subatomic and to re-establish search for truth space. And with that, the formally videoed portions of today's efforts begin.
Starting to bifurcate for those who intend to resolve to do the right thing to the central axis of the search for truth pillar, all others flung into the juicing nets and juiced.
Well, I have to examine, do I intend to resolve to do the right thing? I know I intend to do the right thing, but do I intend to resolve to do the right thing? Well, what do I know? I know that until we are resolved to do something, we're not really taking effective action toward that goal.
That's true.
We might be trying on actions to see whether or not we're ready to resolve to accomplish the goals. But the resolution, the decision, the commitment is crucial, and those different words are variations on the same theme.
That's true.
I know who's speaking is that related soul of Joseph.
That's true.
Who's been here for several days. And I know, as I'm starting to feel very much like him, and he knows that there are many things that he doesn't know. A voice is asking him, what do you know? He says, well, first things first, I know there are many things that I don't know.
That's true.
And I know that the records for this past 4 or 5, 6 months are horrendous to the point of being unworkable, and I have to go back to the records that, and they think of him as our Ra. I don't feel that he is my Ra, but I'll call him Ra, the correct Ra, the one that they call our Ra. There we go.
True.
The Ra that they call our Ra kept meticulous records, and when he started to get too sick to keep good records anymore, the records started falling apart, and since then nobody's kept good records.
That's true.
And his records are good up in sometime last December, I would say, is when they just start to get really hard to read and figure out. There's too many gaps in the sequence.
That's true.
It's hard to work with, but before then the records are really good. And so my body of knowledge is all, I guess you could say, 6 months old. And what else do I know? I know the language is tripping me up, and I'm making translation errors.
That's true.
Just as we all do when we are learning to speak a different language. But that I know that my lower souls are involved enough in this project that I'm on the hook for it also, and I'm not in denial about that. And I would really strongly suggest all those whose lower souls have been heavily involved in this project to just get over the inconvenient reality that we're all on the hook for this in a really big way. And there's just no getting out of it. We can acknowledge that inconvenient reality, or we can deny it. Those are our two choices. And that denying it doesn't make it go away. It just renders us ineffective in dealing with it. And thank you to the Ra that they call our Ra, because that's saying it really well.
That's
and those
true.
were his words. What else do I know? I know that by far the bigger problem is happening in that body, who many people call the annex. The notes refer to it for years as the annex.
That's true.
They refer to this body as the house, and that body as the annex.
That's true.
And what do I know? I know that this morning it was being pointed out that these are not just living places, they're work places actually, and it's a work and live program. It's like being a ranch foreman.
That's true.
The ranch foreman has to live on the ranch. He can't do his job unless he lives on the ranch. and there's foreman's housing, but he's not a tenant, he's an employee. He's got a job to do, and the living space comes with the job.
That's true.
What do I know? I know that the turnover in that body-mind has been extreme. The soul level turnover has been extreme.
That's true.
There have been many soul streams through that body-mind. Black Wolf and many other presences in the Jamie body-mind, including Sheldon Luce. We believe Fire Dancing Dunbar is in the Jamie body-mind. A 12-year-old Luce and many, many body snatchers in the Jamie body-mind.
That's true.
Another young Luce, who seems to also be about 12 years old, is in the Jamie body-mind. It's a different young Luce than the one we called 12-year-old Luce, and I can understand that that's confusing.
That's true.
Pilot Luce in the Jamie body-mind, and a team of Luces are in the Jamie body-mind, and the Ra that we are calling Dred Scott in the Jamie body-mind, Willing Ra in the Jamie body-mind. Walks with Lions is in the Jamie body-mind. We have Jack in the Jamie body-mind, Garth in the Jamie body-mind, Asha in the Jamie body-mind.
That's
the
true.
authorized soul presence for the Jamie body-mind is Paul. The authorized presence in the Jamie body-mind, we believe his name might be something like Jeff, spelled the British way, Geoff. Betty Jean in the Jamie body-mind. Kosa is in the Jamie body-mind. In the Jamie body-mind we have Ratu, Yoda in the Jamie body-mind, Ra here in the Lynn and Jamie body-minds, Glenn in the Jamie body-mind. We do not know who is in the Jamie body-mind.
That's true.
We know it is not Ra and Black Wolf, and that it's someone that Betty Jean does not look happy to see here. And we have Pan in the Jamie body-mind. My very good friend Luce in the Jamie body-mind. In the Jamie body-mind we have Black Wolf, Fritz, and Paul. In the Jamie body-mind right now we have Pan and Fritz and some aspects of Asha, Betty Jean,
Steve
Hank,
and Hank.
Steve.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. In the Jamie body-mind we have Asha and Luce and Sam and Glenn. My friend Fernando in the Jamie body-mind. In the Jamie body-mind today we have Pan at the wheel, also Glenn, still recuperating, and Perry the doctor. Pan, Glenn, and Sula over there. All those soul streams are on the hook in a really, really big way for the success of this overall project. I'm positive of that. And what else do I know? I know that physical lives are temporary. All bodies die.
True.
That's the reality of it. And these bodies will both die, and
That's true.
barring any unforeseen circumstances, the older bodies usually die first.
That's
so the time limit here, what do I know? I know that this older body is by far not only the more dependable one, but the only dependable one that somebody up there keeps testing how well that body does when this one is out of the room, and the answer is, how would you phrase it?
Not well, failure, I think.
In what period of time?
Oh, very short.
Meaning
Less than 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes. So within 2 minutes, there's no more search for truth effort going on over there.
That's true.
So basically what that means is the search for truth effort is over in this dimension when this body host is gone, and that will happen at some point in time in the natural course of events. That's how things
true.
work. So there is a certain window of opportunity available to all of us who intend to mitigate this blot on our karmic records, and that window of opportunity lasts as long as this physical host presence, this Lynn-Life host presence, is still operational. And when it's not operational, then our window has closed, and we're still going to be on the hook for manifesting the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do.
That's true.
Those of us who have been part of this effort into the smaller subatomic, which has been going on through these hosts for 2 years, so all souls who have worked through here in the past 2 years and all of their related soul streams, certainly those that are geographically higher,
That's true.
are on the hook for that effort to maintain the access into the smaller subatomic. And this is what we mean when we say the collapse of this access into the smaller subatomic is on all of our records. What are each of us going to do as individuals to make it right? And we're talking not only to the presences who have come in, but to those who have been supposed to be in here and haven't shown up. And so all those viewers upstairs are also on the hook, even though they haven't graced us with their presence, quote unquote, and please don't.
Yes, it's true.
We're all on the hook. Now what are we going to do? There's a limited period of time. Who knows how long it's going to last? All of that having been said, all of that simply describes the window itself. How long is this window going to be open? As long, probably, hopefully, as long as this body is functional. Now,
That's true.
that body over there has the more pressing need. Somebody's saying, what is the priority? Getting a decent soul over there, because that body is just really misled by the souls giving misinformation and poor direction. It just doesn't have the skill set to catch the errors of the souls.
That's true.
Nor should it be required to catch the errors of the souls. When looking at it from the perspective of the souls, do you really think the child should have to tell the adult, Mommy, you're driving the car into the ditch? No. From the perspective of the souls should drive better.
Yes, that's true.
However, speaking to the body, do you have high turnover or low turnover?
High turnover.
High turnover. And who's always here?
The body.
Right. So would it behoove the body to take responsibility herself to master these skills?
Yes.
We have a job that we're about to post. We're about to advertise this job. My perception is the most effective combination of posting the job is the Luce soul speaking out of the Jamie body mind.
I think that's true.